Most people don't fail because they are not talented. People fail because they build the wrong habits around their time, their focus, the people that are surrounding them. They wait, they complain, they hope that someone is coming to save them. But the reality is, nobody is coming to save you. When you look at the 1% people who are succeeding, you realize that while people are talking, they are acting. While others are blaming others, they are learning. While others keep on complaining, they are building on something. That is where the difference comes. When people are taking action, you're hoping, because hope is not going to take you anywhere. Action is what is going to take you to the next level. When you look at where you are now and where you could be, you realize that it's not just about talent, it's not about opportunities, it's not about networking with people. It might just be the habits that you are surrounding yourself with, the habits that you have built upon yourself, the habits that you are implementing every day. If you could just shift your mindset and start constructing good habits around your environment, you will see the change. And it becomes more interesting when you're a leader, when you're a project manager, when you're an accountant, wherever you are functioning. It becomes very interesting, especially with leaders, because your habits don't just affect you, it also affects the people that are working with you. And it starts with yourself. Once you build good habits, people are going to replicate it, people are going to surround themselves with you. And in that environment, that's where growth begins. Let me quickly share with you this short story. A few years ago, I was working with a team that had every reason to succeed. They had the experience, they had the tools, the talent was there, but we were constantly behind our day. We could not meet up with what was required from us. And in that moment, people were pointing fingers at others. Now, this is what I came to realize. Yes, we had the talent, we had everything that was required, but our habits were built wrongly. We had the wrong habits. We were not constantly practicing good habits that could change everything for us. And this is one thing that I realized that changed everything for me. Success is built in quiet and consistent moment. You have to be consistent. You have to be persistent. The precision for your success is just a fraction of everything that you do. So in that moment, I realized that I could start small, building, structuring my work, structuring everything like I'm structuring my projects. Let's say for instance, I have to improve in my speaking. So what do? I use my WBS as if I'm breaking down my project, everything in small parts. That's so I can easily visualize it and work on them. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the top level task, going down to the most appropriate one that I want to make sure that I achieve my goal. So the first thing will be read one book every month based on speaking, based on your facials, how you communicate with people. The second thing is I'm going to take 2 TED talks, right? Listen to them, concentrate on them, and master them. That is how I continue breaking down my work, making sure that I structure out everything. That is the power of building good habits. You have to make it become part of your system. It becomes part of you. And that is how you make it become so easy that you cannot resist it, right? It became so obvious to me that I could no longer resist it. It was everywhere around my surrounding. That is how I built the habit of consistency. Now, if you want to build yourself and become like 1% of people who are constantly building, who are learning, who are reshaping the way they see themselves and building good habits, then stick with me. Let's take these 5 habits that you can start implementing. The first thing you have to do is make sure that you plan effectively. Plan your life as if you are planning a project. Plan your daily activities as if you are planning a project. The first thing you do when you get up in the morning, ask, what are my deliverables for today? You can use a simple spreadsheet, you can use WBS, you can use Notion, you can use so many tools are out there that you can implement them. The most important thing is about the clarity. It's not about the tool that you're using, it's just to make sure that you build good habits. So once you have identified the deliverables that you have to do, you look at your goals, you look at the tasks and then the outcomes. So it's goal, tasks and outcomes. The first thing you have to do is plan your life effectively. The next thing you have to do is communicate early, not perfectly, right? You have to understand that you must not have everything figured out before you start communicating. Once you have gotten to a certain level, you update your stakeholders, tell them that this is where we are, this is what we have completed, and this is what we have been able to accomplish. You must not figure out every single thing, because silence is a killer of project, especially in project management and in leadership. Once you're sitting quiet and people assume certain things, they start moving in their own directions. At that moment where you have been able to communicate, the next thing you have to do is build a feedback loop, right? Every Friday you have to sit down for 15 minutes, update your team members, ask questions. What have we done wrong this time? What did we do right? What can we change? What can we adjust? You have to sit down and get feedback, because feedback is knowledge. Knowledge applied in the right way is power. If you consistently build on this habit, you will see that the trajectory of your project is moving towards a positive direction, and you're constantly going to get those habits, building them consistently and persistently. Along the way, you're going to meet what you've always been looking for. The next habit that you have to focus on is eliminating noise. Stop trying to do everything. You must not attend every meeting, you must not chase every idea. As a successful project manager, as a leader, you have to make sure that you chase what actually moves the needle. If something doesn't match with your principles and values, you must not go through that path. All of the other things that are surrounding you that don't add value to what you're trying to accomplish, that is just noise, and you need to eliminate that. The next habit that you have to focus on is leading yourself. Now, leadership starts with self-awareness. If you cannot lead your emotions, your energy, your focus, what you prioritize, what brings value to you, you are going to end up losing every other thing. You need to make sure that you start by leading yourself. You start understanding your surrounding. It only at that point that you're going to be able to lead others. So you have to be self-aware. Start by leading yourself, lead your emotions, your priorities, and only then will you be able to lead others. Now think about this for a second. All of these habits seem very simple, but simplicity is very deceptive. Now what looks to be very simple is what is very difficult for you to handle, is what is most difficult for you to do. So that's why you have to bring in discipline. Discipline is very important, because discipline is going to guide you towards that progress, but motivation only starts it. So if you're working based on motivation, you won't be able to complete it. You need that discipline to consistently bring you in that track. So here is what I've learned. The people who succeed are not the most loudest, they are not the smartest or the most connected. They are simply the ones who have built habits such that excuses become impossible. You must not start today and make it. You have to compound it. You have to consistently do it bit by bit, so much that these habits start stacking up, right? You keep on doing it consistently, and that is when momentum is going to be built. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for someone to believe in you. Stop waiting for the right time, because there is no right time. Start building your future with the right habit. Start working on your project. Start working on your life as if it is a project. Start compounding this interest based on what matches with you, because the reality is nobody's coming to save you. It's just you. And once you prioritize yourself, once you keep on moving and understand that motivation is not going to take you to that next level, but discipline is going to take you there, that is what makes the difference. If anything I've shared with you today resonated, if it sparked a thought, a question, or even just a feeling, then hit the subscribe button. And I promise to you, alongside with my team, is very simple: to consistently bring you real, honest, and valuable content that helps you figure out project management, leadership, and how you can better manage your life one conversation at a time. Thank you for being here.